Hi, welcome to episode 3 of How to Overcome Self-Doubt. So today's topic is setting realistic goals. So how do we actually go about this? How do we actually go about reaching our goals and setting realistic goals? Well, first of all, you have to be specific with what are you trying to reach? What goal are you actually trying to achieve? And then after you have that, how are we going to measure that? How are we going to track our progress? How are we going to figure out that we're actually making progress in the first place? Okay, and then the next thing is figure out if that's something that you're actually capable of. What are your limitations? What are some maybe setbacks or things that you might limitations that you might run into, things that may stop you from reaching that goal? Because you need to lay it all out on the table to know, oh shoot, like I can't do that, or yes I can, and figure out ways in which you can combat yourself and like find different ways to start doing the thing that you're wanting to do. You might have to get a little creative. You might have to start switching some things around, but make sure that everything kind of lines up with your overall objective. A lot of the time when we start getting in our head and we start thinking that we cannot do something, the biggest reason is because we haven't set an actual goal at all in the first place, or that we haven't set an actual realistic goal for the thing that we're actually trying to do. So we just get overwhelmed by the entire process and we get so consumed by this big picture, and we're just like, oh my God, like I can't paint this giant picture, like that's way too much. But the thing is, you can create this giant picture. You have it within you. It's already built inside of you, but you're overwhelming yourself by trying to do the entire thing all at once. When you're going in to set up your goals, you want to break it up. Don't get consumed by the big picture. Don't get overwhelmed by this big giant thing. No, the realistic goal is, okay, I'm gonna do 10% of this today and 10% tomorrow, and then over time, let's say by the end of the week, we'll have the picture done because we've done 10% each day. You know what I mean? So you have to set smaller achievable goals that you know that you can reach within a shorter amount of time, so that way you can get the big thing done. And this will keep you motivated, and it's a lot easier to track your progress. And then the last thing, the most important thing, is to set a freaking deadline. You have to set a deadline. If you don't set a deadline, how are you gonna know when you've reached the end? Because when you apply deadlines, this applies pressure, and we all need a little pressure, because if you feel like you have all the time in the world to complete this goal, then I promise you, you're not gonna do it. You're never gonna start. You're never even gonna do anything, or you're gonna start on it and then you're just gonna start slacking off halfway through because you don't know when the journey's supposed to end. You don't know where you're going. So you have to have a deadline. And this way you can look back over what you've done and say, okay, did I reach my goal? Did I reach my overall goal? Or do I need to reset? Do I need to readjust some things? What can I do better next time? You need to, even if you reach the goal, you need to look at everything that you did over that period of time to say, okay, wow, this worked, or this didn't work. And what steps can I do better next time? What things can I change? What can I add? What can I try to flip around? Just to get better and better over time, over the years, because as you continue to put in work and as you continue to progress, you're going to get better at things, and you're going to learn, and you're going to grow, and that's beautiful. But you also don't want to keep making the same mistakes over and over again. So you want to set yourself up for success, and that's my main thing. I want you to be set up for success. So this is your reminder on how to overcome self-doubt and how to actually set realistic, achievable goals. If you have to be specific, figure out what you're actually trying to achieve, figure out ways to measure that progress and how you're going to get there, figure out any limitations or what are your capabilities, what are your resources, what are things that you can do, that you have, so that you can actually reach the goal. And then lastly, set that freaking deadline. Set your deadline and then go for it. Go for that thing. I know that you can do it. Break it up into smaller chunks so that you're not overwhelmed by the entire big picture, and then just go for it. I promise you, you can do anything that you set your mind to, but you have to believe within yourself that you can do it. And I know that you can. I know that you can, but you're just overwhelming yourself with the whole big process, but you don't have to do that. Break it up. Break it up. Listen, I believe in you. I love you. Have an incredible weekend, and I'll be back for episode 4. So talk to you later. Bye.